There's a lot of internet reports that Douglas is on his way out.
Not true, and it's nonsense. He's just getting ready to join us for the season. He's motivated and ready to go. So,
what have been your conversations with him as he's been working his way back?
Yeah.
To fitness?
Yeah, he's been great. I mean, he's dropped weight. He's in the same fitness weight as he was when he was at Bayern, and he's dropped that. He looks lean. He's been working on the fitness side of things. He looks quick. I think he has every motivation from our conversations to help the team be successful as we can be this year. And so that's what I see through his work rate. He's been in between the gym and the field. He's been doing everything that's been asked of him over the last 6 weeks or so that we've gotten him back from this calf issue. And now it's just integrating him into the group and getting him back on the field and playing in matches.
It's probably not the way you wanted the season to start. Everybody talked about getting off to a fast start, but you guys are here struggling with injuries and health-wise and attack-wise and all that. Where's this group at, you think, now we're heading to week 5?
Yeah, I think we're in a good spot. Like we feel like we could easily be sitting on 7 points. We're not. We're on 3. We feel like with a couple things going our way here or there that we could be on 7. That's not to say that everything inside of those performances was exactly where we want to be, but given the circumstances, guys being out and the group, working and guys coming in that we are signing, all that kind of stuff. Sometimes in the middle of it, in the MLS season, you got to grind it a little bit, and I think we've grinded well. We haven't given up a goal in the run of play in 3 games. We gave up 1 on a set piece. We haven't lost in 3 games. A couple shutouts back to back. Up until the 86th minute, 87th minute, I think. Portland was at a 0.1 goal expected goals, so we had controlled the game nicely. Again, so for us, it's creating more dangerous chances, putting more balls in the back of the net, giving ourselves the lead and the cushion. But I think there's a lot of positives to come out of the performances so far that haven't always translated obviously into the points, and always into the chances that we believe we'll get. But as the team continues to grow and as guys start to come back, we're certainly going to continue to be more dangerous on that side of things. So we're like I said, there's a lot of positive things to take out of it. I know from a points perspective, we'd all like to be slightly ahead of where we are, but I think early in the season, it's about building blocks and it's about putting things together that are going to serve you well over the long stretch of a season. And I think defensively, we've done a nice job in many ways as well. And then the possession the last couple of games has been a lot better than it was in the first couple of games.
DeJong came back healthy?
Yeah.
Will he be available this weekend?
Yeah.
What's the plan for Jonathan Perez? We saw him on the bench the other game, but what's his plan going forward from now on?
Yeah, Johnny, we need to get him games. It's between the off time that he had when he was injured. It had been and he missed all of the preseason games. It had been about 6-7 months since he had actually played in a game. So we're able to get him 60 minutes with the second team this week. So some of it is just match fitness, match sharpness, getting his timing and his rhythm back that he had last year. So for us, it's just to keep progressing him, and between the first team and sometimes with the second team, especially in this phase where we're just trying to get him going, it's just getting him minutes, getting him to catch up a little bit on those things that we just talked about. But he's starting to look sharper, and he's starting to get his speed back, and his acceleration and his head and mind are starting to get working inside of the game now, and so. It's just getting that stuff back when you've been off for a while. So he's certainly trending in the right direction.
What can he bring to the team once healthy in your vision and in the long future?
Yeah, Johnny he's dynamic. You look at him and he looks like a little teenager kid, but he can fly. He's probably the fastest guy on our team. He can beat you on the one-on-one. He'll go left. He'll go right. He'll run without the ball. He has good quality in his final product. He doesn't need 10 chances to put one ball in a good spot. I believe he can be goal dangerous again through his acceleration, through his speed, and I think he can create opportunities for us as well. So for us, we're continue to look for some of that dynamic action, some of that dynamic work on the wings. Johnny is a guy who can help provide some of that for us for sure over the season as he continues to grow and develop as a player.
Thoughts on facing the Sounders? I mean, Jordan Morris had a big game the other day.
Yeah.
Their Sounders are going to be the Sounders.
Sounders are the Sounders. They are they're a good team, mature team. They defend well, and they don't give up a ton of chances, and their two big center backs do a really good job of protecting the goal, along with Fry, and midfielders work really hard. They can score goals in different ways. Between their capacity in transition is as good as anyone. Again, with Morris, with Leo Chu, with the different guys that they have that can run in transition, they can be dangerous there. Obviously, Rui Diaz doesn't need an invitation to score goals. He puts things in the back of the net like no one in our league, in my opinion. He just needs a chance, a sniff, and he can score. So they can score and get on top of a game. Even if they look like they're completely underwater in the game, they can still get the goal and come out on top. They can also hold the ball and play in possession and force you to have to work a bit. So it's a good, mature team that obviously has been in big games and has grown together over the years. So they have a lot of qualities going for them. We feel like we can certainly possess the ball and move them around. The key for us, as we did last week, is to be able to turn that into real meaningful chances and put the ball in the back of the net and try to get on the front side of the game. So, but we think our ideas and the things that we try to do inside of it can help us to control the game with the ball. The question is going to be for us to find the right moments to be dangerous, to score, and then to manage the different ways that they can hurt you in transition, set pieces, things like that.
What challenge? I mean, that's a challenge. Your back four has been pretty solid all year. You added Caligari into it now, but how does that group face up? Do you think match up with the Seattle attackers coming at them?
Yeah, again, I think if we are responsible about how we use the ball, like for example this week in Portland, we just didn't give them many transition moments. Portland's a team that wants to recover balls and hurt you in transition, and we were pretty efficient with the ball. We didn't lose it in bad spots until the very end of the game. It got opened up a little bit, but for 86 minutes they had virtually nothing in the transition because we were more responsible with the ball than we were in games previous. If we can do that against Seattle and not get ourselves into bad transition situations, that will help our back line, because then we can defend as a unit and as a group more throughout the course of the game. So that's going to be one thing, and then second is just collectively we have to defend together. They will move together as a group, make things as predictable as possible, manage their speed and the right moments, and deal with crosses, because they'll get the ball out to whichever rolled on the outside, and they'll whip in balls that are going to be hard to deal with, and we've done a good job of protecting our goal in those situations, and it's going to be no different this weekend against Seattle. So again, defending a lot of times is just about collective work, and for us in particular, it's about how efficient we are with the ball, that we don't hurt ourselves when we're in possession and put ourselves in tough situations.
What's the timetable for Ade?
Any day. He's gone through the visa process. We're just waiting for him to get his passport back, and then he can travel. So don't have a specific. It's usually now days. When I say days, 1 to 3 days usually before he'll get his passport back and he should travel. So he could be on the flight tomorrow, or he could be on Monday or Tuesday. But usually that's how these things kind of play out at this point. So he's gone through everything else, so we should see him soon.
Greg, was it Sega that left early practice?
It did. I don't know exactly what. I think he slipped, and so he felt something. I don't know exactly where or what it was, but he went in to get checked out. So I don't know the result on that yet. So.
Thanks, Greg.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Last couple of weeks, you guys seem to be playing a little bit better. Coming from the season opening loss, seem to be progressing better. You agree?
Sí, creo que el equipo justamente está en un proceso de mejorar y bueno, comparado a los primeros partidos hemos mejorado en la parte defensiva y creo que tiene un margen de mejoramiento importante y bueno, estamos logrando partido tras partido.
I think so. The team's in a process of getting better compared to the first games, and I think we're getting better defensively, and we're currently going game by game.
It seems to be, if you look at the back line, with Caligari coming in last week, and then joining Jalen and those guys, how is that group, and with you as well, and Delgado coming together as well?
A ver si entendí.
Que la línea defensiva con Lucas, Caligari y todos los que han estado jugando, Jalen, Martín, contigo, con Mark, cómo están agrupándose, cómo están trabajando juntos.
Bueno, estamos trabajando un poco más la parte defensiva tácticamente y bueno, el tema defensivo no es solo de la línea de atrás, sino que parte del atacante y es un conjunto donde todos tenemos que hacer aportar, ayudar y aportar lo mejor para tratar de mejorar en ese aspecto, que seguramente el partido de Dallas y Kansas fue muy malo en ese aspecto, pero comparado a los últimos partidos hemos mejorado mucho.
I think we're working defensive tactics, and I think the topic on defense isn't just the back line, but also the attackers and midfielders. We all have to help and do our best to get better in that sense. And surely, I think you saw the games against Dallas and Kansas. We weren't great, but I think we've gotten better for sure.
What kind of challenge does Seattle possess? Jordan Morris had a big game the other day. What challenge do they bring that maybe you guys haven't faced as far as this year?
¿Qué desafíos es lo que les trae Seattle este fin de semana con Jordan Morris?
Bueno, sabemos que es un equipo donde los últimos años ha estado en el top de la MLS. Ha jugado Coca Champions y creo que Mundial de Clubes también. Creo que es un grupo que tiene buenos jugadores, pero también creo en el equipo de nosotros. Creo que estos partidos te dan motivaciones para hacer más y será una linda tarde para nosotros seguramente si todos ponemos al 100%.
I think it's a team that's done very well the last years. They've been at the top and have played CONCACAF Champions League, have played Club World Cups, and they have really good players. But I think these games motivate us to do more, and I think it's going to be a good day for us if we're able to play our 100%. That's it.
Thank you.
Merci beaucoup.